Purpose is important to me personally because my purpose has been to try and work as hard as I possibly can to create the right environment where everybody involved in our organisation can both contribute, be listened to, and get out of it what will make them satisfied and make a big difference for themselves and also for the clients we're serving. So it's important for a business because we all know that we're all motivated by more than the basics of the money we earn and the terms and conditions that we're operating under. So I've seen purpose making a real difference in a company that you may not have heard of. It's a small British company called Paramo, and it produces a range of outdoor gear and outdoor clothing and has done since about 1992. And what makes this place different is that each and every single thing it does is influenced by its core beliefs, which is that it should be protecting the environment that it's enabling its customers to go out into rather than having a negative impact on it. And from the day they started, the whole principles of design of their materials meant that they produced something that had the capacity to do just that. And there are a number of little tiny examples which are really inspiring on the design side. On the one hand, they used an approach which meant that their clothes don't have a deterioration. They don't have an end life because they use stitching, not tape. And on the other hand, they were never prepared to use the bright colours and dyes that many other outdoor brands wanted, because that's where a lot of the adverse chemicals are contained. So they suffered as a result of that belief because they couldn't match the range of their competition. In addition to that, how often do you have a brand which has been very successful have 80% of its production produced by a social enterprise, by one place in Bogota, in Colombia, where about 400 displaced women are now producing clothing for them and other companies. And in 1992, there was only one person who had a sewing machine. And you may say, well, that's all fantastic, but then I've never heard of them. But what they've been able to do, despite all of that, and clearly if you produce your materials in an enterprise in Bogota, you may not be the most cost competitive, for example, or you may not be as quick to market, maybe. But in 2016, they were Which's favourite brand of outdoor gear, ahead of every other brand that you would know in a sample of about 4,000 or 5,000 people. So they have been able to do that amazing thing through having a purpose which sold their clothing to people who truly appreciated what they stood for, but also recognised they produced an excellent product.